Hi, welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so if you're into tarot, if you like spirituality, if you're just here for some entertainment, pull up a chair, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around my table. I want to take a moment to talk about my beautiful returning subscribers and tell you how much I appreciate you. Thank you guys for your presence. Thank you to everyone who has reached out to me for a private reading on Etsy as well in the last year. You guys are incredible. So I'm so happy that I had a chance to get to know some of you on a more personal level. So if you are interested in a personal reading, I do have a link below for Etsy. I do update that shop every day, so keep checking back. But if you're a new subscriber or if you stumbled across the channel for the very first time, consider subscribing to the channel because we do offer a chance to win a free tarot reading over here as a thank you to my subscribers for your presence here. All you have to do is drop your comment below beneath any of my videos this month for your chance to win. And be sure to hit your notification bell, your like button, your share button. It helps me to bring you guys more content, but it also helps me to notify you in the comment section if you're chosen the winner. And I will notify you in the comment section if you have won the free reading, but I make it very clear on how to reach out to me. I will never send unsolicited DMs here on YouTube or on Instagram, so be sure to protect yourself from people who are posing as the Tarot Cottage. For today's pick a card topic, we are looking at a very important message that Spirit feels you need for the 2024 year because they feel big changes coming in for you in 2024. And so we want to talk about that today. We have pile number 1 here with the Queen of Mains. We have pile number 2 with the Duo. And we have pile number 3 with the Beginning. So there are 3 piles to choose from today, and there may be messages waiting from your spirit team. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. My timestamps are listed below. Again, today's topic is all about 2024 and what major changes Spirit sees coming in for you. So they really have a message that they feel like is urgent for you today. What changes can you expect? What suggestions or advice do they have for you while dealing with some of these changes as well in this 2024 year? So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the beautiful Queen of Mains. And I just got this impression of like the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Like there's something really powerful about you. You could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. There's a lot of Queen of Wands energy coming through this card. And they're talking about a rival. Like, I feel like this is your year, and that's why Spirit really wants to talk to you about it, because everything that you've worked for or everything that you are working for right now could be about to be launched, or maybe you're about to launch something, and Spirit says go ahead and launch that thing, because 2024 could be a lot of movement for you. Movement in what you are producing for yourself and what you are applying yourself in different realms of your life, so in the career realm or in your relationships, but also like there's air travel here, the gravy boat is flowing, so it's like everything is all gravy. This big road reminds me a lot of the temperance energy and transmutation and having taken everything unsavory or utilizing everything that we haven't accomplished or have gone through in our lives to make something better. So there's just something really powerful about you. And your guides are talking about a timer that's going off because they're showing me the turkey with that internal timer that just pops up when it's ready. And I'm feeling really excited about your 2024 year. So let's take a look here and see what you can expect. I'm going to use the Sante Morte Book of the Dead Tarot for you to start your reading. But a message you need to hear about major changes coming in 2024, please. Pile number 1. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, we have the 2 of Wands. The Justice as well coming out as well. And they just showed me the King of Cups. And they're referring to sort of turning our back on our normal waves of emotion in order to execute something. And I feel like you've already done some of this work. It's almost like you are this person who dealt with a game of Russian roulette in some way when it comes to career perhaps, or the way that you apply yourself. Maybe you're like a girl boss and you have your own realm in career. 9 of Swords. Message you need. And you may be launching something, or you have launched something in 2024 when it comes to a dream. We have the 3 of Wands. Back of the deck we have the 10 of Cups, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is so abundant for you, Pile 1. I'm really excited about you. You're really nervous though if you are about to launch something, if you are questioning your abilities in any way to create the dreams that you desire. Your guides are here to talk to you and talk you down from that ledge, because the truth is that it's not, you may be chasing financial or physical abundance. You may be chasing security in your life. And that's all well and good. Spirit says you're going to achieve that. So that's secondary. They're like, that's gravy. That's the gravy coming down. This is the financial abundance that they see coming in for you, the sense of security that they see coming in for you. Now, this can relate to you as financial abundance, or this could relate to you as sort of practical security overall, just feeling secure in your life, feeling secure with your partnerships. No matter what, that's coming in for you. That's beautiful. But what Spirit is really excited about is the emotional abundance that you have maybe forgotten about in this present moment, about how you deserve every good thing, and how you felt inspired to create this practical abundance because you're actually cultivating this. Beyond the veil is what you're cultivating. This is what you're making with all of this movement, with all of this progress. It's going to show itself like this. It's going to show you in victory. You're going to feel abundant. You're going to feel secure. You're going to make the coin. If you're launching a business of some kind, for instance, you're going to succeed. And that's going to be the physical representation of this already happening in your heart space, which is the ultimate goal. So your guides are super, super excited about expansion for you. So if you're at a crossroads and you're, especially in the very recent past, if you're going into this new year, you're questioning, should I launch my idea? Should I launch myself into new realms? Should I finally speak my truth and walk in my truth in the 3D? And Spirit says you're overthinking and you're worried. And this, I feel like, is a habit for you. This is another aspect. I'm just grabbing a different deck. This is another aspect that you're tackling in 2024, and your guides are super excited. You've worked for this. Like, there's something about putting in the effort, and I feel like there's a very close relation for some to the work realm, but they're also showing me that you're gaining mastery over certain deficits. So it's like practical work and spiritual work that's being done at the same time. So it's like a double mission for you. We have the Star. And if there was any doubt that you are a star seed, Spirit says there's no doubt here. You are a healer. You are someone who's meant to be seen. There is a feeling of abundance in you that you maybe haven't completely tapped into yet. And they're even talking about, for some, using the internet to create some type of side hustle or a hustle in general, like using the internet in some way, but feeling kind of exposed. And maybe that's where the overthinking and worrying is coming from, is feeling like you're being put under a microscope of some kind. And your guide says you were born to be seen. Like, you were born to speak your truth, walk in your light, lead by example. Again, there's a healing energy within you, and the healing that you do within yourself is going to be a beautiful aspect for the collective to utilize. As an example, as a helper, we have the Judgment. There's a feeling about having, going away from tradition and stepping outside of the expectations and not going by the book. And that's what's worrying you. And your guides are like, you don't have to worry about how this abundance is going to manifest for you just because the collective says this isn't a typical path towards this abundance. It doesn't matter. You're not operating off of old timelines. You're operating off of this new perspective. You are the Queen of Mains. You're flying to higher heights. I do see travel as well as a relation to a business or something in the tail end of 2024. So the energy and the input that you put in now is going to create a beautiful momentum towards the future. And I feel like there's actual travel and association with work realms. But it feels like you're excited about it. It doesn't feel like work. We have the Two of Pentacles. And right in this moment, they say that you're kind of faltering between empowerment and fear, empowerment and fear. And they say that there'll never, ever be a perfect moment to launch ourselves out of fear, because there's always going to be fear present. King of Pentacles. So turn your back on who you think you are or who you think you were in the past, because you're stepping into brand new energy, and it's all abundance. King of Pentacles is the most abundant king in the deck. He's feeling secure, but again, this is secondary to the actual answer. The physical, financial stability that Spirit sees coming in for you as a result of all the execution that you were creating in 2024, that's gravy on the cake for them. Your guides are happy because you're going to be happy. And you're going to feel more satisfied, and you're going to have more direction. You're no longer going to be questioning, okay, well, what am I supposed to be doing? That's not going to be in your wheelhouse anymore. Here's the King of Swords. Yes, there's leadership, there's discernment. You're going to be using your voice in some way, Spirit says. Gemini energy all over this reading. We also have Libra, very strong, Aquarius, so much air energy, and maybe your logic gets in the way of your inspiration sometimes, but it's your logic and inspiration together that creates that beautiful impulse. So we have the Lovers and we have the Fool, and if you are sort of in the planning stages of launching something in the present moment, that's why your guides want to talk to you today, because they want you to decide yes. They want you to say yes to change. The Hermit says here, after you say yes, let the practical realm focus be your constant companion. Because wherever your focus is, your energy is going to go. And if your focus is on this abundance, the universe will say yes to you. And it's just so much waiting for you, Pile 1. You chose a beautiful pile. Launch that idea. No matter what that idea entails. For some, this is a very heavy, almost entrepreneurial energy that I'm feeling for Pile 1, but this also could be a question that you're asking about your environment that you've invested in a lot of energy or time or years into. This could be a relationship that you're asking about. And either way, I see expansion moving into abundance and to security for you in relationships as well. We have here Deception, looking beyond the veil of illusion and really asking ourselves, they're asking us to be honest with ourselves, because they say we've been delaying. And we're being asked to answer the question about what is truly the delays. Are we creating excuses? Are we telling ourselves we're not worthy enough? We have to take the masks off and just be honest about the fear that's coming in here. So we have Capture, the red cage. And now Spirit says that you're capturing some type of empowerment in the work realm. That's what you're doing. You're capturing some type of empowerment. And we have endings, but it's the number 19, the death cap, and the endings that bring new clarity, that bring new beginnings. So you may be sacrificing one specific path or expectation that you have been walking, whether it be in the work realm, which is very heavy in the spread, or again, relationships, but it's bringing in more abundance. It's bringing in more momentum. You're rising to new heights. And the momentum and the energy you put in now is going to yield those great results later. Back of the deck, we do have Define. And this is a defining moment for you. This will be a defining year for you. And the truth is that because every moment bleeds into the next, this defining moment may have been a defining moment for you for quite a while. You may have been delaying this idea, this launch, this execution for too long. And that's why your guides are saying it's time. But they're also super excited for you. Like they feel you stepping into your power and demanding it almost. It says here, it's time to honor your soul's purpose. It's time to express yourself in the way that you know you need to. Or you might just drown in that emotion. You might just falter. Nothing has gone to waste in that environment. You've learned what you needed to learn in order to project yourself forward. So it's time to clear out the clutter, trusting in your intuition to guide you. And I'm also getting a sense here too of even somebody who perhaps is very intuitive. That could be, and this is for very specific for someone watching, you could be moving into some type of spiritual based business. That's not for everyone, but I'm getting a sense of like a lot of intuition coming in as well. It's time to get ready for a big breakthrough, Pile 1. So in this moment, even though you're scared, even though you're nervous, even though you don't know where the future is heading, it's time to look beyond the immediate appearances to see what Spirit sees. And it's all gravy for you. It's all gravy in abundance. It's all gravy in your collaborations. It's everything. Beautiful energy for you, Pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1, an urgent message that you need. I feel like you hit the jackpot in some way, or you are the jackpot in some way for 2024. Yep, you're moving on. You're empowering yourself because you're moving on from something, and you're taking on a leadership role. The Spirit says that you have been perhaps delaying this because there's been some guards up, some defensive energy, and maybe you've had to heal from some of those energies before you can execute that change, but you're meant for leadership. You're meant to execute what you truly want. And the Queen of Swords is not afraid to make changes. She doesn't always revel in it, but she's not afraid to make them because she knows it's what she deserves. So a lot of air elements here: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have at a crossroads with the X. You could also be dealing with an X as well. We have I, B, and B, so 2 B's. Bib, I just heard. We have the rose stem, so it's like thorns on the rose stem, so being afraid of the thorns. But we still have the horse in trot, so they're talking about action regardless. Slow momentum towards change, but sweet results that await you when you do sacrifice one thing for another. We also have opportunity within this year. It says 1999. Now, they're talking about energies from the past coming forward as you're making this decision. That could be where your 9 of Swords energy is coming from. But you have sweet results with the honeybee, especially in the work realm. Pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you, and I'm praying for you. If you would like to be entered for a chance to win a free reading, please drop your comment below for a chance to win, and hit your notification bell if you would like for me to notify you that you are the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile number 2. You are drawn to the duo, and this is your reading. What can you expect in the new year? Major changes here in 2024. Your guides have an urgent message for you about what you can expect in these big changes to prepare you. And the duo here is the Lover's energy, and you can see it's PB and J. It's like peanut butter and jelly. So they may be telling you to hold on because a relationship is coming if you've been waiting for relationships to open up. They're also talking about you having decisions to make in 2024 that could perhaps lead to really important relationships in your life or collaborations in your life as well. I love the peanut butter and jelly energy though, because it feels like we fit together perfectly in some way, and they are highlighting partnerships. So let's take a look here. I'm going to use the, whoopsie daisy, I'm going to use the Disney Tarot for you to begin your reading. What can pile number 2 expect? Urgent message that your guides and angels have about the changes coming in 2024 or for 2024. I'm getting a sense of impatience coming through too. Here's the King of Swords. The Knight of Cups. And I feel like you have been really hurt by love before. Like it's literally left a scar. And it could have literally left like a physical scar, but like emotionally it's definitely left a scar. And that's made you a little bit untrusting of people coming in here. Here's the Emperor. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Lovers. True love. Back of the deck is the Queen of Swords, and we do have the Justice. And I love that it's the duo. We have the King and Queen of Swords here, and there's the Justice. A lot of Libra energy, a lot of Aries energy and Gemini coming through. There's the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So your guides really want to prepare you for relationships in 2024, and they feel like they need to speak to you because of some of the boundaries or the blockades that you're putting on your heart in this moment. There's a feeling of putting masks on my truth so that we can protect my heart space from the truth. So it's like there's a feeling of like trying to beat vulnerability to the punch and holding a bit of a defense or holding a shield up in front of my heart as I'm trying to find love. And so Spirit needs to intercept because they are trying to create true love for you. You can find versions of love in the unknown. You can find all sorts of different versions of love, especially if you're projecting one type of love, you're going to match that frequency. And so if you're putting a guard up in front of your heart, you may be attracting people that also are guarded. And Spirit says you need progress. You need momentum. You need more joy and fun in your life too. And they say that you may need to drop some of these defenses so that you can really embrace an opportunity and love coming in. It almost feels like somebody coming in that feels too good to be true. And that's why your vulnerability gets really heightened and it's like red flags start going off. But these red flags are actually your empowerment that have been taken in other realms in the ways that you've been hurt. There's something about a voice, whether it's a beautiful singing voice or just a really deep voice, like there's something significant about a voice, your voice or the person coming in for you this year. We have the Devil, Capricorn. Knight of Wands. And your guides just really want to talk to you because they feel the vulnerability taking the front seat. And it's like the difference between these two brothers. He called dibs on the front seat, the vulnerability, but the Knight of Wands is like, get out of my way. I want action. I want to see what's going on. I want to see where we're headed. So there's this frustration of like fighting from the back seat to the front seat because the Knight of Wands says go. And that's what your guides are encouraging you to do with this new connection coming into your life or something that you've already just recently seen. They're telling you to act upon energies that make you feel vulnerable, because that's the way for us to beat these codependent attachments. And they're encouraging you to surrender to the risk that you're going to feel like you're taking. And they're actually almost highlighting divine masculine taking a risk with a divine feminine, so you may relate to that, but it's all about energy. It has nothing to do with gender at all. We have the Four of Cups. And Spirit doesn't want you to ignore a good thing when it presents itself to you. And that's because of those guards, because of pain that can only be temporary. And here this Three of Swords is here to compete with this Three of Cups and having fun and going out and meeting new people and experiencing more joy in 2024. And so they just don't want, they say that we have a choice to where our focus is, and they don't want your focus being here because this is temporary. Or this can be temporary depending on where we apply our focus. This Three of Cups can be temporary, or it can perpetuate itself if we keep focusing on abundance and joy. And that's what they're hoping for here. They're hoping for a breakthrough where you allow yourself the risk to jump into this connection, because this may be the connection for you, and this may be an asset to you in escaping old timelines, old emotional prisons. Here's the Knight of Swords. So they almost want you to act before it feels logical. In this year, when it comes to relationships that are opening up for you, act before it even makes sense. Before your ego has a chance to say, yeah, but what about the past and the ways that I was hurt and how I promised myself I would stay guarded and I promised myself I'd keep protected until I was sure. But that's the whole nature of this human journey for you, is vulnerability. And so you're tapping into your true power, honestly, when you surrender and when you're actually disciplined enough with yourself to do what feels uncomfortable. That's how you're going to grow. And ultimately, it's going to help you sit in a place of leadership where you're being led by example, or you're leading by example as well. So there's just a beautiful partnership that Spirit really wants to talk to you about. And they want to give you that to focus on so that you no longer monopolize your focus on heartbreak that you've experienced in the past. Because justice has to be served to you. If you've been hurt, justice has to be served to you, and the universe always says yes to anything that we offer them in the present moment. So justice will be served when we say that we're accepting or we're grabbing onto that justice. Our gospel becomes whatever we focus with unwavering faith towards. And if our focus is upon keeping ourselves guarded, keeping ourselves, restricted, feeling insecure, then that becomes what we operate from. But Spirit says no more. 2024 is about taking risks, overcoming the apathy, overcoming the feeling of helplessness, so that you can experience what it feels like in that true sense of a belonging in a relationship. The message that you need to hear for pile number 2, please. This is a doorway, and the Justice speaks of a doorway that we get to decide if we want to walk through it. Spirit's not going to force you, of course. They're never going to force you to do anything before you're ready. They simply bring an energy that they feel like you may need, not that you may even feel like you want in this moment. But you get to walk through that doorway if you choose to. We have here, it's time to leave the past behind in 2024. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, we're removing old attachments. We're taking action upon heartbreak. We're not letting it control us no longer or any longer. Let your fears dissolve. They say that you can trust in this next chapter, that there's a support waiting for you here. We also have generosity. Sow seeds of generosity, sow seeds of kindness to yourself so that you can expand that to other people. And that will create the change that you're looking for, and sweet results, because they're showing me the maple syrup of the maple tree. It's time to lighten up and experience more fun and joy this year too. They say the only work you really have to do is to allow yourself to embrace the present moment and to have fun. I also feel like this person's going to be super funny. They're going to make you laugh. They've got a really sharp wit, a really intelligent wit. And I think that that's exactly what you need in your life, to feel more abundant every day and to start making that the precedent that you're setting. Pile number 2, please. Message you need to hear about 2024 and major changes coming in. So if you've been waiting for this type of connection, Spirit says this is your year. We have the turkey tail, the blockages that we are releasing, and they're talking about no longer foolishly applying the blockages there. We're removing blockages. We have the parrot wax cap isolation. Every time I see the parrot, I do think about the fear of other people's opinions coming in. And they're talking too about the ways in which you've isolated yourself to push others away so that you're not seen or you're not approached because there's this wall around you. Because again, you've been hurt. And that's a natural thing to want to build a bit of a wall around that painful point. We also have the nourish, the shiitake mushroom, the nourish, and that's what they want you to do. They don't want you to tolerate less than what you deserve. And they say that maintaining our focus on old codependencies is actually giving ourselves less than what we deserve, giving ourselves less to focus on than what we deserve. And so in this moment, they want you to nourish what you need. You need rest, you need healing, you need joy in your life. And this new entry of this new relationship can be all those ingredients wrapped into one. Back of the deck, we have define, a defining moment, the rosy bonnet. And I love the rosy bonnet because it's highlighting the heart chakra. And this is a defining moment for your heart chakra. Let your heart lead. Leave the past behind. Be vulnerable in this next chapter. It's safe for you to love, Spirit says. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. A message you need, an urgent message. Whoops. There's the Fool falling out of the bowl even. The Fool's like, I don't want to go. I'm not ready. The Spirit says it's ready for you. We have the 5 of Cups and the King of Cups reversed. They are talking about somebody in your past that may have been very emotionally manipulative, or and that can really mess with our heart space, especially if you're a very authentically emotional and you dealt with an emotionally manipulative person. They play against your weaknesses in that sense. And so they're talking about mourning someone, but how it's had its time in this present moment. It's time for forgiveness and it's time for release, and that forgiveness is for you. And that might help you to kind of create a readiness to launch. But they're talking about something that's your constant companion, about not wanting to be overwhelmed with emotion again like that. We have the X, so moving on perhaps, and the red sea star of empowerment, Aquarius coming through, J, M, N, and P. We also have the turtle on his back, a slow momentum, so you've been waiting. Spirit says you've been waiting. Even that Temperance Road with the duo here gave me a sense of like longevity and how it's worth the wait. What's coming in for you is worth the wait. We do have Leo energy reversed with the King of Cups. So they're talking about a lack of strength from a divine masculine energy in your past. It's like they were ill-equipped. We also have the yin yang and the world. I think of unfinished business, and I also think of the internet. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell, your like button, your share button. It helps me to bring you guys more content and helps me to notify the winner, of course, in the comment section. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, and I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the beginning, and this is your reading. An urgent message that your guides have for you today about 2024 and what major changes might be coming in for you. The beginning is the Fool card, and it's this egg, it's this potential. It's about launching ourselves into potential and taking leaps of faith. This may be an important asset for you in 2024 when it comes to your career cycles or your love cycles, your life in general. You may be required to take a leap of faith or to take a risk of some kind, but the results may be very, very worthwhile. So let's take a look here. A message you need to hear about 2024 and major changes that are coming in for you. Pile number 3. We have here the 6 of Pentacles. We have the Messenger of Water, the Page of Cups. We have the Three of Cups. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Chariot. Back of the deck, we do have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Swords. Now, I am getting a double message here because I'm reading for the collective. I will have multiple energies that will float into the space. And so I am feeling a relationship energy, and I'm also feeling a work energy coming through for you, Pal 3. Let's get some clarifying cards. There is a aspect of indecision coming in for you, and there are opportunities for you, and no matter which message you are resonating with, whether it be love or work, this is going to be sort of the same conclusion. Your guides are encouraging movement. They want you to take that leap of faith. Especially they're talking about new emotional starts and how you can draw from your pearls of wisdom. There's something very intuitive about you, that there's almost this feeling inside of you in the present moment. If you've just launched a new relationship, or if you're talking to someone, you may have a feeling about this person, or maybe you've gotten this impression that there's more to come here, or there's more to explore here. And sometimes when we get those impressions, the aspect of fear drops in too, because it's starting to prompt us to consider a path that we haven't explored yet, or to take a route that is very unfamiliar to us. And this could be applied to the work realm too. If you have opportunity that is presented to you and you don't know whether or not you should take it, there is momentum here of leaping into action. That's how we create the world. That's how we create the success, is we take that leap of faith first. The highest version of yourself could never succeed in any realm in the human condition without the little baby version of you dropping into this existence in the first place. And what a huge leap of faith that was for your little spiritual soul, who was completely aware of its abundance, to be dropped down here with spiritual amnesia and to be expected to tough it out. That was a huge aspect of fear that you conquered, and you can draw from that wisdom in 2024 in these new realms for yourself. They are talking about collaborations and opportunities in the work realm that could come in. But again, they're speaking, because this is a secondary card, because it's just explaining my answers, they're talking about ways in which we have self-sabotaged in the past, or ways in which we could, because we don't feel ready or capable, or we're indecisive. And they're also highlighting all the work that you've done to create this momentum for these opportunities in the first place, because opportunity does just show up. You are the universe and you are creating it. And so when opportunity shows up, you're the master of that. You've manifested it in some way through your focus, your intention, your actions. You created the opportunity. And then so you get to decide if you're going to jump through it. But there's this new emotional start that's popping up. And for some, it's happening in love. It's happening in deeper connection, and it's immediately going to make you feel vulnerable because you're intuitive and because you got a sense of more coming. I feel like you automatically fall into fear. Like there's an insecurity that follows your intuition immediately. But the vulnerability means it's working, to be honest with you. Every time you feel vulnerable, when Spirit brings forward a truth in you and it makes you uncomfortable and you try to push it aside, the reason why it's making you uncomfortable is because it's trying to push you outside of a comfort zone. And this is the moment with these new opportunities, offers in love or offers in work, where you are going to be asked, how am I holding myself back? What version of myself do I really want to apply myself to in this present moment? And how am I holding myself back from potentially a great thing? They're even bringing me in a sense of family as like an end result of this new opportunity down the line, you know, future conditions, all of that. So the steps we take today and the steps we take in 2024 could have huge implications and results that are coming in later. We have Lovers, Gemini. I feel like you have a relationship coming in for you, pile number 3. You could have opportunities in work as well and have to make decisions in the work realm, because sometimes one realm brings in another. And so you could even have opportunities and be able to apply your quick thinking skills here to new opportunities in work. You have like a double mission in 2024. And I feel a deep sense of connection. I feel like you're going to laugh a lot with this person. I feel like you're going to go out and have fun with this person. You're going to be tempted in a beautiful way towards deeper connection. This will make you perhaps feel vulnerable. But in this case, instead of Spirit saying, look at things from a higher perspective, they're saying, just enjoy this. Enjoy the momentum. Let that be the discomfort zone for you. If it makes you uncomfortable, acknowledge that and keep flowing in it. That having fun, feeling good, feeling abundant. Sometimes when we meet new people and we feel really excited about it, we put on these beautiful rose-colored glasses, and that's what Spirit's asking you to do in this case. They're not seeing the red flags hiding amidst those rose-colored glasses. And although the offer comes in and you're the person responsible for taking the offer, they want to shine a beautiful full spectrum on this person. This is an incredibly intelligent and creative person. This is somebody who's like on the move a lot. Like if you're in a relationship with this person, they like to travel. They like to do different things. I feel like they have a lot of hobbies. Like they're just really smart, but their mind works quickly and it has to keep up with their mind. Their actions, their hobbies have to keep up with their mind. But they also have a really quick wit because of that too. We have the Tower coming in, and here's the Star. I just peeked the Ten of Pentacles, and there's the Three of Cups. This is all abundance for you, pile 3. This is very abundant. They are talking about, especially the first 3 months of 2024, something popping in for you. And for some, it may have already popped in. A new emotional beginning has offered itself or presented itself, and you're in deep reflection now. You may be also maybe self-sabotaging too because of some of that fear that comes forward. But that's why you were drawn to the Fool and taking a leap of faith. And your guides are really encouraging you to say yes to this change, to say yes to this person, to say yes to the opportunity. Not only is it talking about movement and travel, like physically moving in the future as a result of all the momentum in 2024, but they're talking about never going back. You won't have to go back to reasons why we self-sabotaged. You won't have to go back to before you healed and before you redirected your focus. You're creating permanent change. And they're talking about a solid build with effort. I feel like there is a really strong emphasis with this person coming in too, that they're goal-oriented. They have goals for their life. Like they have goals for their career. They have goals for their family. I don't feel like they have a family yet, but they have goals for it. And so if that matches your frequency, you may feel like this person's right on the same page as you moving forward. A lot of Cancer energy, a lot of Libra energy, and Gemini coming through here as well. We have here, breathe through the tension and be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself during this reflection stage about what pearls of wisdom you're drawing from when you have new emotional starts. Are you drawing from deficits? Are you drawing from fear and worry? Or are you drawing from confidence? I just saw attuned to the divine. There's a deep connection here with the Lovers. It's not just about a physical connection or relationship. This is about a deep connection where we will make the choice to prioritize each other. We won't always be able to do that, but this is the type of connection where old connections, old relationships, we're willing to sacrifice them. We're willing to throw people under the bus. We're willing to walk away. But in this connection, Spirit says, we know how this one ends. It ends with us together. It ends with us fighting through together. It ends with us focusing on each other's abundance versus focusing on our own internalized egos. So this is available to you in this new chapter. And this is just the beginning. They're saying you don't have to worry about longevity. You don't have to worry about forevers. Enjoying this process is setting the stage for that abundance. Just embracing the moment. I just felt like you can see the egg's been cracked. It looks like it's been fried. And they showed me the egg frying on the cement or melting on the cement because it's so hot. Like this person will make you melt. Any insecurities, any fears, any reservations, they're going to be gone. They make you melt. So they're saying, go wild. Take that chance. And so that what needs to be seen will reveal itself to you. Not only about your past and about the ways and the reasons why we've self-sabotaged, but about yourself and how abundant you deserve to be. Spirit says you have a tendency here to overthink and sort of tire kick when it comes to opportunities. And in this case, they're really asking us to take that launch and take that leap of faith. Major message they need for 2024, please. Urgent changes coming in. We have timing, dead man's fingers, reflection period. And I feel like almost, to be honest with you, Spirit says time is running out to prepare for this opportunity. Time is running out because it's upon you. I feel like it's either here already or it's going to be coming within the next 3 months. So Spirit's like we're starting to run out of time to clear the path, to prepare ourselves for that launch. So this is them telling you how soon this is coming in for you, pile 3. We also have the rosy bonnet. This also came out, I believe, in pile 2. And they're talking about, it says define, it's defining the heart chakra. Slowly but surely, our heart chakra being put back in action in some way. And this is a defining moment. This will be a defining year for you. For some, there's a lot of implication towards more abundance in your future in this relationship as well. We also have here the community cards, and that's what you're doing. You're moving into a sense of community. That's exactly what you're doing. The 9s are over. We are now pushing through to the 10s, to a sense of community. It's like you're finding your ashram, you're finding your people, you're finding your tribe, you're finding your sense of belonging. And it's all because of the work you're going to put in 2024 and the launches and the risks that you take. Back of the deck says defense and balance. And that's what we're doing. We are dropping our defenses. We are no longer waiting for the perfect moment to launch because it will never present itself. We're going to take a leap of faith when we feel called to. And that's why Spirit says you're very intuitive. You can continue to heed the nature of that call. But a little secret is that your guides say that your higher self will never speak to you about your limitations. They'll never speak to you about the reasons why you shouldn't launch. Advice for pile number 3, please. In the, whoopsie daisy, we have the 10 of Pentacles, again, falling out of the bowl. Ace of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. Relationships are a major theme for you in 2024. And if you've been waiting for that, or if you're even anxious about that, Spirit says, give this one an opportunity. This is like dreamy energy coming through. Somebody who is dreamy, somebody who feels like a dream come true. And that might make you feel like you have to be guarded. But Spirit says, sometimes you get exactly what you want. Sometimes you get exactly what you wish for. But we still have to walk over and take it. It's kind of like winning on The Price is Right and having to start the car in order to gain the car, but it's like I can't bring myself to start the car because my nerves are just rattled and I'm too excited. Spirit says you have to reach out and take those keys. But it's going to be worth it. Spirit keeps talking about this being worth the risk, worth the chance. They're talking about internet playing a role as well with the star energy of connection. We have special and V for the Hierophant, the big purple V, a big moment of ascension for your heart space. Spirit's really proud of you. We have A, R, and U, and Q. We have a loyalty with the ring around it. So there's something very defining about the loyalty of this person coming through. And we have Chewbacca, which is a symbol for me of somebody with a very narrow, nerdy interest. And it usually presents itself in the form of like Star Wars or League of Legends or something like that. We have prescription. And I just heard that line from SNL that says, I need a prescription, or I have a prescription, and it's for more cowbell. So they're talking about a person coming in to help heal old energies. We have healing with the star as well. And we have here the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Spirit says you may go into this with a very strong discernment. You may go in with it with eyes wide open and with, a little bit of a guard up. But Spirit says as long as you're going. It's like you can carry whatever you want with you as long as you can carry it, but as long as you're moving forward and taking that leap of faith. All right, loves, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for personal reading. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.